Alright, I know I should be documenting this better, but so far I have removed the throttle grip accelerator and decelerator cable both from the grip and from the carb. You can see here's one right there and the other one's back there. It's hanging, a little silver thing. I've also removed the choke cable. The great thing I like is this thing is laid out pretty straightforward, and with the service manual I found that I don't have to label things as much as I did in the past, especially because I understand everything a little bit better now. So it's just making a lot more sense. Before it was just like I was trying to make it step by step, so anyone could really put it together just by following the steps. So I removed the clutch cable from there also removed clutch cable from the top too. I'm sorry, here, and this would be the choke where the choke cable was removed from. What's left is removing the muffler, and then the next step, and I'll be checking in with you after I take this full Yoshimura exhaust off. Alright, so the muffler's off, and the next step calls for removal of the engine sprocket, which is behind this guard right here. Muffler off. There is the exhaust ports, and that would be the muffler. Okay, so we're removing the drive sprocket. So I have to remove the cover and then the shift link bolt, shift shaft, and sprocket cover bolts. Alright, so I disconnected the shift lever thingy shaft from these Woodcraft rear sets. Removed the engine sprocket cover, bolts. Those are configured like so, and here would be the engine sprocket. It says to flatten out the bended washer. I wonder where that is. Oh, that bended washer. Okay. And then to remove the sprocket nut and washer. When loosening the engine sprocket nut, hold the rear brake on. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Raise the rear wheel off the ground. Remove the axle cotter pin. Loosen the rear axle nut. Loosen both chain adjuster and lock nut. Move the drive chain. Well, folks, I'm back. Let me show you how the bike looks right now. So it's pretty stripped. As you can see, the muffler's off, lots off. It's the first part I've had to buy so far. This would be this 27mm socket right here. Luckily, from the tool library, I got this torque wrench right here because this bolt is torqued to like 94 foot-pounds, so it's ridiculous. So this thing, being longer than a foot, this is about a foot right here, will give me, or will require less than 90 pounds of pull since this is longer than a foot. Now when I remove the drive chain, remember to push the rear brake. So I'm probably just going to be sitting on it like I would. So now the rear brake is pushed, and then I'm just going to loosen this right here, being the hardest part so far, the hardest step. Alright, with a giant 120 foot-pound counterclockwise snap, this bolt now will come right off. My goal is to just remove the engine sprocket. Now the service manual calls for removal of chain guard and some of the rear tensioners and stuff, but I'm going to try to see as little as I can do just to get that sprocket off.